Hello friends, good morning. Welcome to today's class. In today's class, we'll be starting a new topic called inductance of a single phase wire, right? In the last class, we have seen if you have a single wire like this and whose radius was say R and at a distance D, if you wanted to find the inductance, what was the formula, sir? The flux linkage, let me write all the important points. The first important point which you have learned was H internal was equal to how much? That was equal to Ix divided by 2 pi x square or 2 pi r square. This was internal flux linkage. And H external was equal to how much, sir? That was equal to I divided by 2 pi x. Right? So these two are very important, which you'll have to remember from the last class. So according to them, what happens, sir? If you have a conductor like this and say this is the center, then if you look at the variation of H with respect to X, if you look at variation of H, that is magnetic field intensity with respect to X, when till it is inside, it is directly proportional to H, so it keeps on increasing, and as it crosses H, as it crosses the surface of the conductor, it decreases like this. So what is the maximum value, sir? The maximum value is at here on the surface of the conductor, that is H max is equal to whatever current I divided by 2 pi r. This you have to remember, sir. This is very important. Sometimes you might get a direct critical question that he's telling that whenever you have a conductor, where is the maximum magnetic field intensity? H max. It happens at the surface of the conductor and whose value is equal to how much? I divided by 2 pi r. And remember at least this, that H internal is directly proportional to X and it is inversely proportional to H external is inversely proportional to X. This is one thing you'll have to remember. Next, second point which you have to remember is phi internal. Phi internal we have seen, sir. Yesterday we got phi internal as mu naught by 8 pi. This was phi internal. Similarly, we got phi external. This is also very important. I'll be using this, was equal to mu naught by 2 pi into ln d by r, right? So you'll have I current and L length also here, right? Here also you have I current and L length, because for L internal this was a formula. So from there also you can remember. So the L total of this particular is what, sir? The L inductance of the line was 2 into 10 power of minus 7 ln d by r dash Henry per meter, right? This is what you'll have to remember. What is the value of r dash? That is the effective radius. Now, directly by using this particular formula, we will try to find the inductance of a single phase line. So, see, sir, how will I find the inductance of a single phase line? In single phase line, we'll have to assume that there are two lines running in parallel, right? It's a single phase system. So, this is current I and this current minus I, right? If I look at the cross-sectional view, see, sir, how will be the cross-sectional view? This current is going in, this current is coming out. So, if you see the cross-sectional view, it will be like this. The current on this is plus I, the current on this is minus I. Let the radius of this fellow be R1, the radius of this fellow be R2. The distance from center to center, be d meters, right? And a small assumption we will take that the distance d is generally greater than either r1 or r2, whatever you take, or else we'll have to take it from the surface. Whenever the distance is very large, I can take it from inside only, right? Now, see, sir, if I want to find there is a current in this, right? And it has certain radius. So at certain distance, I can find the flux linkage and so inductance, right? Assume if I am trying to take at this distance d, right? This is a distance d I am taking, sir. This distance d I am taking. If you are taking this distance d, then the flux linkage will be 0, sir. Why it will be 0? Because when you apply the Ampere circuital law, H dot dl is equal to I enclosed. Whenever you apply this to do it, in this, because the Amperial surface, what is the Ampere surface? This entire circle is the Amperial surface. In this entire Amperial surface, what will happen? The I enclosed becomes 0. Because this is plus I current, this is minus I current. So inside this entire loop, the current will become 0. That means outside this conductor, the I enclosed will be 0. Right? So there is no point in taking distance further t. Right? So this is very important point. Always we will try to find calculation of inductance till this distance only and till this distance only. Right? Another point is, next point, let me write this point here. If you take your distance, x distance outside this conductor, I enclosed is equal to 0. The first point you'll have to understand is I enclosed is equal to 0 after distance d. After distance d, from first conductor. If the I enclosed is 0, then obviously the H will be 0. If the H is 0, then B will be 0, B will be 0, phi will be 0, everything will be 0. So inductance is not there. I cannot calculate inductance because the flux linkage outside this connector is not happening. Right? That is why if I want to see the flux linkage because of this current, I will see only till this point. Right? Because as soon as you cross this particular line, here you will get the H as 0, right? Till here the flux linkage is happening. So at an average we will take that till here the flux linkage is happening. So that's why we take it till center, and since the distance is far greater than R1 and R2, it doesn't matter you take it till here or here, right? So this is what is there, sir. The first point is why we take only the distance between these two fellows. This is the reason, sir. So let me find L1. If I want to find L1, that is inductance only because of this first conductor, because I know the already formula. What is the formula, sir? That is 2 into 10 power of minus 7 ln d by R1 dash. This is Henry per meter. Because of this current at this distance, the longer distance is d, the shorter distance is R1 dash, right? Similarly, L2 if you find L2, that is because of this minus current. So you might think that the flux linkage which you get is minus, but we'll take the inductance as positive only. So L2 will be equal to 2 into 10 power of minus 7 into ln d by R2 dash, Henry per meter, right? Now these two conductors are in series, sir, because this is going like this, in load it is coming like this. So the total inductance, if inductance of one wire is asked, this is what is the formula, whichever wire is asked. If I ask you inductance of the single phase system, that is total inductance. If I asked, total inductance is what, sir? These two fellows are in series, isn't it? Because this is a series circuit. If at all you have something like this, your load will be connected here. Say this is your load, this is your inductor 1, inductor 2. So apart from load, I want to find the rest of the impedance. So what will be that, sir? This L1 plus L2 I have to take. So that's why L total is equal to L1 plus L2. So that should be equal to 2 into 10 power of minus 7 taken common. This will become ln d square divided by R1 dash into R2 dash. right? Because logarithm in addition will get multiplied. So the final formula which you have to remember is 4 into 10 power of minus 7 ln. I can write this as d by square root of r1 dash and r2 dash Henry per meter, right? If the radius of both the conductors is same, assume if the radius of both conductors is same, then see sir what will happen? If R1 is equal to R2, if R1 is equal to R2, then your L total will be, L single phase will be how much? It will be 4 into 10 power of minus 7 into ln d by r dash. Let this be equal to R. So I'll get R dash here, Henry per meter. Right? So very important points and very important formula this is. This will be very useful, very basic formula. And the basic doubt is why you will not get beyond this point, because this is the reason, sir. This is the reason I have done the proof in the last class. Right? Very good. This is inductance of the single phase wire, which you'll have to remember. Right? Now, let me go to the next slide. Generally, what happens, sir? We don't work in single phase system, we work in three phase system. In three phase also, if you've seen the tower practically, there will be lot of lines. We actually use bundle conductors, strand conductors, composite conductors and all these things. I'll tell you what are these things are. So instead of finding simply a single phase inductance, I actually have to find the inductance of a three phase system which is having bundle conductor, right? So it's better to generalize it, and let me write the generalized formula. That is, let me find flux linkage in a group of conductor. Flux linkage of a wire in a group. Right? So assume that there is a group of conductors like this. In this group, say this is the first conductor, so this is the second conductor, so this is the third conductor, so this is the fourth conductor, right? And these conductors are going like this, right? These conductors are like this. Like this. There can be n number of conductors. So let me write this as nth conductor. So let this be n conductors, because since we are trying to find the general formula, so let there be some n conductors like this. Right? And another assumption is, let the current in this be I1, let the current in this be I2, the current in this be I3, and the current in this is IN. So that this entirely forms a system, that is I1 plus I2 plus and so on plus IN. All of this should be equal to how much? Say 0. Right? Next. Next is, I have to find the flux linkage. Assume there is a point P. Assume there is a point P at a distance D. Because this is a general thing. So this is a point P and the distance from the first conductor is say D1P. Similarly, the distance between second conductor is D2P. This is D3P. Similarly, this is DNP, right? And the distances between each of them, each of the conductors, from the distance from here to here is say D12 or D21, both will be same. This will be D1N or DN1, both will be same. This will be D13, all will be same, or D31 will also be same, right? Now, what is the main aim, sir? See what are the heading I have written. The reason I have told you is, generally we don't work with single phase system, we have three phase system. In three phase also we'll have multiple kind of wires, right? So in a group of wires, what will be the flux linkage of a wire, we'll have to find out, right? So I want to find flux linkage from this conductor to this point, right? I actually want to find phi 1 total, right? That means the flux linkage between this point and this point, the center of the first conductor and this particular point P. Now, the point to remember is the flux linkage will not happen only because the first conductor, but it will also happen due to the currents in the other conductor. Right? Remember this, sir. The important point is flux linkage between center 1, that is center of conductor 1, and point P is not only because of current I1 but because of all other currents. Is not only because of I1 current, but it will be also because of I2, I3, and then so on IN. Right? Because generally what is flux linkage, sir? Current into number of turns, right? The current is there in this, the current is there in this, the current is there in this, the current is there in this. Now this current, assume, is going in like this. So if it is coming out, the flux linkage will be like this. Then this is going in. So it will try to oppose it. So I have to find the net flux linkage between the point 1 and point P. Right? So that's what I've written. The flux linkage between the center of the conductor 1 and point P is not only because of the conductor current I1, but it will also be because of I2, I3, and then so on. Right? So let me first find the inductance or the flux linkage between these two fellows. So to do that, phi 1 1 I am doing, sir. What I am doing? Phi 1 1. What is phi 1 1? Because of this conductor current, the flux linkage between the first one and the second one. Right? The first one and the point P. So this would be equal to how much? This should be equal to mu naught by 2 pi into ln d, the distance between this fellow and this fellow, d1p, divided by the distance of this. Let the radius of this be r1. Let the radius of this be r2. Let the radius of this be r3. This is rn. If it gets complicated, let us take the entire radius as similar r, right? So let me write r1 here. It will be simply dash, right? So this would be 2 into 10 power of minus 7 ln d1p by r dash into, you'll have current also because this is flux linkage. This current is also there. This current is I1. I1. You might think, sir, there should be L also. Let us assume that this flux linkage is per unit length. So the L will get divided. So phi 1 1. What is phi 1 1 final, sir? 2 into 10 power of minus 7 I1 ln d1p by r. Right? Next, the second important point is, if I want to write the flux linkage, look at the second most important point. Assume there is this conductor here, first conductor, there is this second conductor, there is this third conductor, and there is this nth conductor, right? To this point P is my external point which I am trying to find out. Now, we'll have to find, this is a circle, sir. Because of this is a circle about the center, and let me take this as center and do another circle like this. So another circle is coming like this, right? Now, because of this current I2, I can find only the flux linkage between this longer distance and this shorter distance, right? Understand this point very carefully, sir. Because of this current I2, I have to find the flux linkage in this area only, right? Because I have to find the flux linkage of the conductor 1 because of the current 2. So, because of the current 2, apart from this, so it is like this. The conductor 1 is here. Say the conductor 2 is here. Right? Now, this is the point where external point is there. So because of this particular current, I have to find this will be my longer distance, this will be my shorter distance, right? Because of this current, say this is I1 conductor, this is I2 conductor. So I actually have to find the inductance between or the flux linkage between these two circles, this circle and this circle. And since I am finding the total flux linkage phi 1, the longer distance will be this, the shorter distance will be this, because till this point I am trying to find out, right? So see sir, what that will happen, that will be equal to, let me rub this. So see, that is flux linkage of phi 1 2 because of the current in conductor 2. So that should be equal to 2 into 10 power of minus 7 into I2 into ln. See sir, what is the longer distance? The longer distance is D2P. By the shorter distance is, this is the shorter distance we have to take sir, D12. D2P and D12. Henry per meter. This should be ampere turn per meter. Right. So similarly, if I want to find phi 13, what should that be? That should be equal to 2 into 10 power of minus 7 into I3 into ln D3P divided by D13. Similarly, if I want to find phi 1n, because of the current in the nth conductor, the flux linkage should be equal to 2 into 10 power of minus 7 into In into In into ln distance between nth conductor and P point divided by distance between first conductor and nth conductor, right? So let me find the phi total now. If I have to find the phi total, I have to add all the flux linkages based on their sign, they will get cancelled, so I need not worry about that. So that should be equal to phi 1 plus phi 2 plus and then so on plus phi n. Phi 11, phi 12, phi 1, right? So see sir, in all of this, if you see carefully, 2 into 10 power of minus 7 is common. So let me write that outside. 2 into 10 power of minus 7 into ln, take a bracket. This is how much? I2 into first one is I1 into ln D2P. Where is this one, sir? It is equal to how much? D1P by R dash. It is equal to D1P divided by R dash. Plus I2 into ln D2P divided by D12. Or yeah, D2P, distance between the second one and P12. Plus and so on. Plus nth one is In into ln DNP divided by D1N. This is what is the flux linkage. Now I have to simplify this, sir. See how will I simplify this? We know that what I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus and so on plus In is equal to how much? 0, sir. Right? It's a composite system. That means some currents are entering, some currents are coming out. So sum of all the currents is equal to 0. So see what will happen. If I replace In is equal to minus I1 minus I2 and then so on plus In minus 1. If I do this and if I substitute this here, so see sir, what will I get? Let me go to the next slide. So phi total will be equal to what? So phi total phi 1 total is equal to is equal to 2 into 10 power of minus 7 into I1 into ln d1p divided by r dash plus I2 ln d2p divided by d12 plus I3 ln d3p divided by d13 plus and so on. The last in term, I've written it like this, sir. Minus I1 plus I2 plus and so on plus in minus 1 into ln d np divided by d1n, right? So another term if you want to write here, this will be plus the last but one term in minus 1 into ln dn minus 1 p divided by d1 n minus 1, right? Very good, sir. Now see what can I do. Another important observation is the distances. Let me write the observation here. The observation is like this, sir. The distances, that is d1p is approximately equal to d2p is approximately equal to d3p is approximately equal to dn minus 1 p approximately equal to dnp. Why is this? I am taking this approximation, sir, because this particular point p which I have chosen is very far. So the distance between this fellow and this fellow is almost same as the distance between this fellow and this fellow. That means these distances are much greater than compared to this distance. That's why I can make all these distances almost equal. So keeping this in mind, let us go to the further slide. Yeah. So if you see here, now what can I write, sir? I can write this as 2 into 10 power of minus 7 into. So you have I1 here and I1 here. So this would be I1 into ln d1p divided by r dash into, because this is a minus sign, first invert this fellows. So if you invert this and multiply that, that will become d1n divided by dnp, right? What did I do, sir? I've taken this minus I1 common. So this is I1 times this minus I1 times this. So effect of minus is multiplied as 1n by np, and it will become plus. So just add them. Similarly, plus, if I want to show it for the second one, I2 into ln, as it is you write d2p divided by d12, and you invert this fellow because there is a minus sign here also. So invert this. If you invert this, it will become d1n divided by dnp plus. Similarly for I3 also, if I want to write ln d3p divided by d13 into d1n divided by dnp plus dot dot dot, the last one in minus 1 plus in minus 1 ln dn minus 1 p divided by dn minus 1 or d1n minus 1. This should be how much? This should be d1n minus 1. So that is d1n minus 1, and the multiplication is same, d1n divided by dnp. This is what is closed here, right? Now let us look at the assumption which we have taken. The assumption is very clear, sir. The distance between the first point the conductor 1 and P is almost the same as the distance between the nth conductor and point P. Similarly, distance between second conductor and point P is same as nth conductor and point P. Third conductor and point P is same as nth conductor and point P, and then so on. N minus 1 conductor and nth conductor distance is same, right? And now also if you do this, let me write another step here. This I1 into ln, let me write that separately, sir. So the next step will be something like this. 2 into 10 power of minus 7 is common. You can write this in two terms. What are the two terms, sir? The first one is I1 ln 1 by r dash plus the next term I will write, that is ln d1n. Here also I2 ln d1n. That will be, let me write that in the last. So the second term will be I2 ln 1 by, write the only denominator, d12 plus and so on in minus 1 ln, only the denominator will come. So d1 by d1 n minus 1 plus. Now this is first term is I1 ln d1n, I2 ln d1n, I3 ln d1n, in minus 1 ln d1n. So if you take I1 plus I2 plus and then so on plus in minus 1 into ln dn1, d1n or 1n1 you can write. So see, sir, this is in minus 1 and this is d1n, right? Just observe this last step now. I can write this as what, sir? This I1 plus I2 plus I3 and then so on. This entire thing can be replaced with minus in, and this minus sign can be taken care as this last term only I am modifying, in into ln 1 by d1n, right? So this is the beauty, sir. Now let me tell you the conclusion, what we have done, how we have done. The conclusion is like this. If you have n conductors like this, if you have n conductors like this and say this is the distance at a particular point P. So this is the first one, this is the second one, this is the third one, this is the nth conductor, right? Now I want the phi 1 total. I want the total flux linkage between conductor 1 and phi P. It will not be because of the current in this, that is I1, but it will be also because of I2. It will also be because of in. It will also be because of I3. So see, sir, what will that be equal to? You'll have to remember this. That should be equal to, which we have just derived, 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7. This you write, sir, into I1, the first current, ln 1 by the radius we have to take here. For the first one, because the phi 1 total we are taking the radius. So R1, right? This is R1 we have taken. We got R1 here. R1. This is R1, sir. R1 dash. R1 dash I am putting means that is total internal inductance, internal flux linkage plus external flux linkage, sir. Right? Both will be there. That's why you are getting a dash here. Plus the second current I2 into ln 1 by 1 by, if you can see, that should be d12. Look at the last slide, sir. The second term is what? d12, right? Next. Similarly, plus I3 ln 1 by d13. And then so on. The last term is in into ln 1 by d1n. Very important formula this is, right? That simply means that whatever flux linkage is there, that is I1 into ln, because of the first current, so ln 1 by R1 dash. Next, distance between these two fellows, distance between these two fellows, distance between these two fellows. That is what I have written, right? Similarly, let me write the flux linkage. Similarly, if I want to write phi 2 total, what is the meaning of phi 2 total, sir? It is flux linkage between second conductor and point P. That should be equal to, same formula I'll try to apply, sir. Whatever we have seen here, we'll try to apply that. So that should be 2 into 10 power of minus 7 into I2. Sorry, first one, let us write I1 only. I1 into ln the distance between the first conductor and the second conductor. So that is 1 by D2 1, because I am taking 2 as reference. So 2 to 1 distance, plus, because the current in the conductor 2 is I2, you will get here as 1 by R2 dash. This should be 1 by R2 dash, because this is pi 2. Similarly, if I want to write I3, that should be equal to ln distance 1 by distance between the second conductor and third conductor. Right? We did 1 2, 1 3, 1 n. So we will do 2 1, 2 2 is R2 dash, 2 3, 2 4, and then so on. The last term should be in ln 1 by D2 n. Right? So this is very important, sir. This is a total flux linkage between any conductor and an external point P. Because we know that if you go outside beyond this point, it will be 0. But instead of taking it as 0, I've considered it like this, and I got this particular formula, sir. So make sure you remember this formula. It's a very important formula, because to do the next derivation, this is quite important. You can remember this as a formula or a theorem, so that we'll be keep using it repeatedly, right? So let me stop here, because this concludes this particular topic. Whenever I come in the next class, what we do is we'll find the flux linkage in a composite conductor, right? So let me stop it here and meet in the next class. Thank you, sir. So that was the lecture, sir. I hope you enjoyed the lecture and gained some knowledge. For more content like this, please subscribe to our channel Octomy, and also like and share it with your friends. And if you have any valuable feedback or doubts, you can always write down in the comments. And to watch my entire playlist and the full course, please enroll with us. Thank you, sir.